G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome back to our sharing mail cards for the month of August, and this is our last week. So throughout August, both Robbie and myself from Creations in Paper have been sharing mail cards with you. I'm just adjusting a few things, just bear with me. Okay, so today I'm going to be playing with Let's Go Fishing DSP. That's still crooked, isn't it? I'll get this one day, which you can't really see. Can you see all that now? That's better. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Just bear with me. Okay, so this is going to be our DSP that we're going to be playing with. And I thought we might use the circle sayings, okay? Specifically this one and probably the cupcake, okay? And for this DSP, we're going to be using both sides of this piece of DSP. So this is sort of like a denim, I suppose you would say, and then it's got the fish on the other side, but we're going to use both sides. And we're going to use Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla, and instead of Misty Moonlight, I'm going to go with Night of Navy. Okie dokie. So we'll put that aside, that up there, and we'll bring in our kit. So we've got bits and pieces of, so that's our DSP, that's another piece of DSP, and we've got lots of pieces of Very Vanilla, including our envelope, okay? So we'll put everything aside for the moment, put it over this side so I don't get ink on it. And I've got a strip of Pecan Pie. No, that can go there. And I've already die cut a stitched circle from Pecan Pie. We're using the second largest stitch die from Stylish Shapes dies. Okay. And then we're going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. So we only need one piece of Very Vanilla, and what we're going to do, I didn't even cut this off. So we'll bring in our paper trimmer, and we're going to cut this back to size, which is actually I was just going to say we don't need the whole piece anyhow, but I'm sort of thinking, because I'm going to put this along the top and we're going to put this along the bottom, but I'm thinking we just chop it off. I was going to use the whole piece, but let's just chop it off about here, about there, I think, maybe 3 1/4 straight. But let's do something a little bit different. Let's chop it off. No, we'll still do this. Let's do this. No, I'm going to leave it. Sorry, I'm thinking as I'm going, and I'm sort of in two minds here. So we want this down the bottom, but because I'm going to chop this one, I think what we might do is chop this one on an angle instead of just putting it straight across, eh? That's not going to work. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to chop the top piece on an angle. Then what we're going to do is put that like that. That's what we want. Okay, just like that. Long way around to do it, but we got there in the end. Only because I sort of wasn't sure. Well, that's what you get for changing your mind at the last minute, eh? So I've just randomly chopped this at an angle. I haven't done any measuring. It's just however you like. But making sure you have your fish running the right way. You don't want it sorted upside down or crossways, okay? We want our fish all running the same way. Actually, what I wanted to do, we can still do that. I've got a piece of pecan pie. I was actually going to put it under here, but I've stuck it down. So we're not having too much luck today. Oh, you know what? I might still be able to get that. No, I've stuck that down, but never fear. Because what we'll use is linen thread, hey? Let's do that. I was going to put a narrow, I might still be able to do it, hey? Just bear with me. I've just got a little bit of glue on the end here. My adhesive rubber melted last summer. I had 2 of them, and then we had such high humidity that when I pulled them out, the packets, they had melted. So, okay, so we're going to do that. I was going to use linen thread, but we won't put that away for a minute. So let's try this. What we're going to do, I only want a narrow piece of this showing. So I'm thinking what we could do is just chop a tiny piece of pecan pie, and that's all I want showing. That's probably about 1/8 of an inch wide, and that's all we want. I just want to be able to break up that part there. So then what we'll do is bring in a little piece, bring in some adhesive and put a fine line down that piece. You could use your fine tip glue if you wanted to, and we're just gonna put that there like that. And again, I've got glue along here. You could have had linen thread if you wanted to, but this is going to work out okay because it's just a narrow strip. So you would think that that's tucked under the DSP, okay? So it's a long way around it. I apologise for that, but sometimes we change our minds and we create as we go. start off with an idea in your head and then it just evolves as you go along. Okay, so all we're going to do now is put this piece to the piece of Very Vanilla with the tiniest border, about 1/8 of an inch around. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to bring in our base card, which I've pre-scored in half, and we're just going to fold it along this scored line. We're going to burnish it with our bone folder so that it's nice and crisp and sharp. And then we're going to bring this piece back in, and we're going to put this onto our Night and Navy base card. Okay, just like that. Making sure that it's nice and straight. Okay, then we'll do our inside. Now I'm also thinking, because we've cut this section off, we're going to use this for our inside, eh? So don't throw it away. We'll just put this on the inside. Just like that. So that it's nice and straight. Okay. Now, you could have had this piece of DSP cut that way if you wanted to. It's just the way I put this in the paper trimmer as to how I chopped it off. Then we're going to stick this to the inside. And you could have done it the way that we were going to do it and just chopped it straight across if you wanted to, which is how I was going to do it in the first place. But you know what? Change is as good as a holiday, they say. I've got those fish upside down. I have too. There you go. And the fish are going the right way now. Okay, so that's done. Then we're going to bring in a piece of scrap Very Vanilla. And we need our foam mat, which we must change the cover on. And we're going to stamp Celebrate, okay? We're going to do that in Night and Navy. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap. Oops. Stamp that smack bang in the middle, just like that. And we're going to punch this out with our circle punch, our 2 3/8 circle punch. Making sure it's nice and straight in the middle, just like that. Then what we're going to do is stick this piece to our piece of pecan pie, okay? Glue everywhere here. and then we're going to pop this up onto the front of our card. So we'll just put a couple of dimensionals on here. Now, there will be a link below to my blog where you'll be able to download a PDF tutorial with all the measurements, list of supplies, as well as step-by-step instructions. It will also have a link to this video as well. The measurements include A4 metric and imperial, so whichever size you use, as well as US letter size, okay? So you can pick and choose. You've got the 3 options of choosing what measurements you use. And on my blog there's also a link to Robbie's blog, so don't forget to click on that to find out what she's created. Okay, so we've done that. Then we're going to do our cupcake, and we're going to stamp that in Memento black ink. Actually, no, we're not. Let's change that again. Okay, I've got a piece of oh, I did have, where is it? Here. I just saw this when I went to get Memento black ink. We've got this, so let's use this, eh? Let's cut out. Let's cut this fish out. Let's cut this fish out. Add a bit of colour. So we'll add this one. So we're just going to fussy cut around this. The dye from Gone Fishing may fit this fish, but let's just fussy cut it. Or you could stamp it using the fish out of the Gone Fishing stamp set if you wanted to, and then die cut it. But we're just going to quickly cut this fish out. Pretty easy to cut out. And that way it matches the paper. Not that it matters anyhow. You could even keep it as Celebrate, Celebrate, and the Happy Father's Day may even fit inside. Happy Retirement would probably fit in there as well. Congrats would certainly fit in there. And this is the fish that I was talking about that you could actually stamp if you wanted to, and then have it, and then die cut it with the dies. Okay, and this fish is actually this fish here. So you could have cut this fish out with the dies, but we've just done it with the with our scissors. Okay, so we're going to pop this up, and we're just going to use our minis. one here for good luck. Oh, might need another one here. And that's it. And then, oh, I don't know whether this, it won't matter anyhow. We can just put that straight across there like that. Okay, you could have cut a smaller fish out if you didn't want to cut up the celebrate. Probably this one. Let's try this one, eh? And see how it goes. It might be a better one. So I'll just gently pry this off before it actually sticks. So I won't waste that, I'll just put that aside for the moment. And let's chop this. Might be too big too, so let's try another one, eh? I want another colour, so let's try this little one, this little pink one. Just add a little bit more colour. That might be better. That way we're not colouring. That way we're not covering any of the sentiment. So we're probably just winging this card today. And it'll be nothing like what I had in my mind to do. But you know what? It can be a good thing too. Just move all that out of the way, and let's see if this fits now. So our little fish will go, oh, I don't want to put it upside down, just like that. There you are. How's that? We could have it like that, but let's, it might fit in too. Let's try this one, eh? I shall try them all while we're here. I don't mind fussy cutting. I find it quite relaxing. I know some of us don't like it. Might help also too if I had clean scissors. Yeah, that just covers it up a little bit. We could have it like that, I suppose. Let's do that. Let's just put this one in, eh? And be done with it. Now what do I do with the minis? Here they are. So we're just going to put a couple of minis on here again. Just for a little bit of support. You could put it flat if you wanted to, but I think having him up will be nice. goes that way. I don't want to put it upside down. I think it goes that way. There you go. And that is our card for today. Now we have got a little bit of DSP left over, but I'm thinking we use one of our fish that we cut out and we stick this to here, to our envelope. You don't want it popped up on your envelope, but you do want it stuck down nice and even on the envelope. Nice and even so it doesn't get caught on anything. And we'll just stick that there, like that. And that's our envelope, and that's our card. I'm not even going to put any bling on it or embellishment, but if you wanted to, I'd probably use the rustic metallic dots, and I'd probably put one there, and one there. And let's do that because I've just got them here to remind me to reorder them. So let's do that. Okay, and we're just going to use the small one. That over there. That over there. And all we're doing is placing them over those dots within the sentiment. Just like that. And that adds a little bit more oomph to the card as well. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that today. As I said, it's not what I had in my head, but that can be a good thing sometimes. And let's face it, card making doesn't always come out as we envisage it. It just goes off on its own accord. Okay, thanks for joining me, and don't forget the link below. Okay, enjoy your day. See ya. Hooray.